Welcome to another video. Yet again, I do have an extremely undervalued penny stock that has had zero dilution in the last year and has pretty much had very minimal dilution since 2016. This is an undervalued company that has real revenue coming in. Drop a quick like for me on this video if you are enjoying this content. It does really help me out. I have no program at all, nothing to sell you guys. And a lot of time and research does go into finding these penny stocks in the small cap market. Now, also you want to have the notification bell turned on because these alerts are extremely time sensitive. But looking at the daily chart right here is looking primed up for a very nice breakout and reversal. We do have a bullish golden cross forming on the daily time frame. Now, this is basically when the 200-day or the 50-day moving average does go under and cross up above the 200-day moving average, and this is a very bullish pattern. And also looking at this, when we are developing support at this level, looks completely bottomed out. And you can see right here the 50-day moving average as well as the 200-day moving average are acting as support. Now, these do tend to act as support and resistance, so that is also why this one is completely bottomed out. I'm going to tell you another reason it is bottomed out as well, but they are cash flow positive with an impressive balance sheet. Like I said, is extremely undervalued. So the company I'm talking about in this video is ticker ARTW. Artway Manufacturing Company currently is trading at $1.84. Now, this is actually a very solid company based out of Iowa that was founded in 1956, and they do offer a very diversified lineup of heavy machinery for agriculture, farming, and much more. These include manure spreaders, sugar beet equipment, beet harvesters, defoliators, dump carts, hay bale processors. They also manufacture a lot of different lifting equipment and machinery, as well as spreaders used for gravel and stuff like that. And they do have approximately 120 employees, and it operates its two business units in two different facilities. So right now they are currently trading at a $9 million market cap. And I think it should honestly be a lot higher than that. I really do like what this company is doing. We're going to get into what the company does and the fundamentals, but I do want to go to the chart first because we are looking at a nice reversal potential, or a very nice reversal breakout that will be taking place. So looking at this one, we are on the verge of a downtrend break. And then if we do zoom in, guys, looking at this candlestick right here, you can see right here, we do have a hammer candlestick right here, which is indicating, it's a very bullish candlestick indicating a strong reversal. And we're doing this right at the dead bottom right here. And we are actually developing support. Like I said, you can't really see the 200-day moving average because of this bottomed out support line I do have. But you can see we are on the verge of forming a golden cross. And, something else that's really nice about this one is we are forming that golden cross right at this support level. So it looks like, this is going to be a nice bounce area from the 200-day and 50-day moving average. Looking at some resistance levels for RW, just around 213 is a level right here. And then next level will be around 250. Next major level around 275. And then around the $3.05 range. Now, the next one after that, if we do break over that, we could see a very nice move and push just to around $3.70 or $3.70, just around that level. And then after that, if we can break $4.15, I think we could see a massive leg up. If we did go that high, this one could absolutely go crazy after this $4.15 level, and then could even push to $5 or $6. I would expect a very large gap up if we do hold over this level. So that's something to look at if we do go parabolic with ticker ARTW. Now, looking at the share structure, 52-week high is $4.15. So like I said, that is a very key area right there. Not really any short-term resistance at all over that level. And looking at the 52-week low is $1.33. The free float is sitting at 2.3 million shares. So a very small float. When volume comes in, this one can move very fast. And the market cap is sitting at $9 million. I believe their total assets are sitting at around $25 million. And they are breaking even in terms of their revenue. So that just, makes them extremely undervalued. So that's what we're looking at here. Guys, I do want you to realize something about trading penny stocks. Now, sometimes it's hard for me to remember or to consider that a lot of you guys might be new to these. And I want you to realize that none of these are normally long-term type plays. They can be swing trades. You can hold them a few days or weeks if they are bottomed out, if the chart does look good and there are catalysts And it, if the company does actively release press releases, that's really a plus right there. And especially these micro floaters, whenever you do get a press release, sometimes these can gap up, hundreds of percent, can 2 or 3x, sometimes even more than that. So if you actually look at some bottom out plays, a lot of times they can yield very high returns. Now, just most of these are not long-term plays. Now, I do have a very diversified long-term portfolio, including, one of my biggest positions is Tesla. That's one of my top long-term plays, Robinhood, AMD, PayPal, Amazon, stuff like that. Those are long-term plays that you want to hold for years. And then, you want to wait for dips, like whenever the overall market does have a pullback or it does crash for whatever reason. At that point, I'm averaging down or, loading up on those plays on discounted prices. I do swing trade large caps as well. So right now, my top play for large caps for a bounce play and just a long-term play as well is ticker NKE, Nike. So that's one that I think is completely bottomed out, ready for a reversal. Now, if they did yield a bigger dividend, I would load up a lot more. But, do have a pretty good size in that one, planning to buy more on, Monday. So, or Friday, or tomorrow. So my bad. I'm all over the place because of this holiday. But, I don't want to talk too much about, just random stuff, guys. Sometimes, so I try to stay focused on what I'm talking about. So ticker ARTW, looking at their revenue capabilities, you can see in terms of net income, they're not really losing any money, pretty much breaking even, lost 26K, lost 33,000 last 2 quarters. So keep in mind, I always add 3 zeros to these numbers, but they do have, around $6 million to $7 million in total revenue coming in as an average for the last few quarters. So, just based on a $9 million market cap and their revenue capabilities, considering they're not really losing any money, they are extremely undervalued, like I keep saying. But total assets are sitting at $23.5 million. Total liabilities are sitting at $12.2 million. So the liability to asset ratio is looking good. And you're probably going to be kind of worried about their cash position, as it's showing they only have $5,000 in cash. But if you look at their previous cash position and their dilution history, it hasn't really been a concern. You can see they did actually pop up to $4 recently, just 9 days ago or just a week ago, or just over that. Didn't do any offering. Looking on dilution tracker, you can see since 2016, the outstanding share count has only went up around 900,000 shares, or just a little less than that, I believe. And since since the beginning of 2023, we have seen zero dilution at all. So, very minimal dilution. It does say right here, according to the dilution tracker, that the company is cash flow positive based on a quarterly operating cash flow of $500,000. So looking at their cash flow right here for their operating activities, this did go up by 253,000 just in the last quarter. But if you look in their changes in cash every quarter, I believe it's been going down, very slowly. Only went down to, 1 or 2,000, only went down 1,000 last quarter, but they've been out of cash since last year. Considering they do have low cash, it is still a pretty safe play. They are cash flow positive with their operating income, or their operating activities. But just looking at this ticker ARTW, now what do they do as a company? Artway manufactures and distributes farm machinery, niche products, including animal feed processing equipment, sugar beet defoliators and harvesters, land maintenance equipment, plows, hay, and forage equipment, manure spreaders, as well as modular animal confinement buildings and laboratories, and specialty tools and inserts. Aftermarket service parts are also an important part of Artway's business. Artway has 3 reporting segments: agricultural products, modular buildings, and tools. So that's all I have for ticker ARTW, Artway's manufacturing company. This one does look like it does have parabolic type potential. Looking at the chart, we are looking for a historic reversal breakout. So that's what we're looking at. This is a known runner in the small cap market every time it does reach lows. So now that the technical chart is set up, it looks bottomed out. That's why I really like this one. And this is a pretty safe play as well. Completely undervalued fundamentally. And let me know in the comments what other plays you're watching and what you think of this play. If you did stick around for this entire video, really do appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.